Why do we cry the loudest the moment we're born, and then spend the rest of our lives learning how to stay quiet? Think about it. A child has no script, no filter, no performance. They say, "I'm scared," the second they feel it. They say, "I love you," before they've calculated the risk. They ask the question everyone else is too polite to ask. There's no gap between what they feel and what they say. The wire runs straight from the heart to the mouth. No editing, no delay, no shame. And then, somewhere along the way, that wire gets cut. Not all at once. Not with one dramatic moment you could point to and say, "There, that's where it happened." It happens in 1,000 tiny lessons disguised as growing up. Don't say that, it's rude. Don't cry, you're fine. Don't make it weird. Each one seems small. Each one seems harmless, even loving, even necessary. But stack enough of them together over enough years, and you've quietly built a wall between what a person feels and what they're allowed to show the world. We call this maturity. We call it being well-adjusted. But what if it's something else entirely? What if it's the slow erosion of a language we were born fluent in, a language we've now forgotten how to speak without translating it first? Here's the strange part. Most adults don't even notice the wall anymore. It's been there so long it feels like skin. We don't lie to other people as much as we lie to ourselves first. We feel something raw and uncomfortable, and before it even finishes forming, we've already translated it into something safer. Fear becomes "I'm fine." Attraction becomes silence, or worse, indifference we don't actually feel. Anger becomes a tight smile and a changed subject. We're not just hiding emotions from the world. We're editing them before we even get to read the original draft ourselves. This is the part nobody tells you. Suppression doesn't feel like suppression. It feels like normal life. It feels like being easygoing, being low maintenance, being the kind of person nothing really bothers. But underneath that calm exterior is a nervous system running a constant, exhausting translation service, converting truth into something more digestible, more acceptable, more forgettable than what actually happened inside. So why do we do this to ourselves again and again without even deciding to? Because somewhere, a long time ago, honesty got punished. Maybe it was laughed at. Maybe it was ignored. Maybe it just made someone uncomfortable, and that discomfort got mistaken for rejection. And the brain, desperate to belong, desperate to be safe, learned a brutal little equation. Truth equals danger. So it built a filter. A really, really good one. One so good it now runs automatically, invisibly, before conscious thought even arrives. But here's the twist nobody expects. The fear was never of truth itself. It was of what might happen after the truth. The silence, the distance, the look on someone's face when they realize who you actually are. We didn't fear honesty. We feared being seen and not chosen. So what if maturity isn't the ability to stay silent, but the ability to speak without flinching? Real emotional honesty isn't chaos. It's not blurting out every thought without thinking, not weaponizing truth to wound someone faster than they can wound you. It's something far more disciplined, far more powerful, saying, "I'm overwhelmed," instead of disappearing for 3 days. Saying, "This scares me," instead of pretending it doesn't exist and hoping it goes away on its own. Saying what you actually want instead of hoping someone reads your mind and guesses right. That's not weakness. That's the rarest, hardest kind of courage there is. The kind most people quietly admire and almost nobody practices. Because every time we hide what's real, we don't just create distance from others. We drift further from ourselves, one small lie at a time, until we no longer recognize the original voice underneath all the translations. Relationships built on filtered truths slowly turn into relationships between two performances, not two people. Two carefully edited versions, shaking hands, never quite touching. So maybe becoming who you really are isn't about gaining more confidence. Maybe it's about losing the fear of being witnessed exactly as you are, unfiltered, unrehearsed, unedited. So ask yourself, quietly, honestly, the way a child would ask it, what part of you have you stopped expressing over time? And what might happen if you finally said it out loud?